Hey, what's up guys? This is Dipless Carrot here, and today I'm doing the third episode of the Take Aim Games review series Worth a Dip, and today we are playing What Remains of Edith Finch. This game is developed by Giant Sparrow Studios, and it released on Windows and the PlayStation 4 on April 25th, 2017, and it later came to Xbox One on July 19th, 2017. Now, this game is free on PlayStation Plus, so I wanted to kind of get this review out here for people who might not know what this game is, might not know what the game is about. And again, if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, it's a free game, so I want to get this out for maybe you can try it out for yourself, no charge, and kind of give my review on a scale of 0 dips to 5 dips. So let's review What Remains of Edith Finch, shall we? So, What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, this is a very story-driven game.
And I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning.
And right now we have this character speaking, looking at a book that is titled Edith Finch. So, it's a first-person view, as you can see, and the world is very detailed. If you've played games such as Gone Home, even games such as The Walking Dead, any type of like walking simulator, this game is it. This is a genre that's really hitting, but it's very story driven, and you don't have any like dialogue choices per se. You don't have any combat. It's pretty much your observation and you trying to piece together the story of kind of what happened to Edith Finch.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
So this game is going to be no spoilers. Just going to do the first 10 minutes of the game, and so nothing with heavy spoilers are going to affect. I won't talk about any spoilers,
My mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what
but I just want to focus really on the first 10 minutes of the game and kind of what the game brings in terms of gameplay and what you can kind of expect. So for me, I love story-driven games. It's just kind of like reading a book, you know, like a lot of people love reading books and I like reading books, but I prefer to kind of play those books in a video game format. So I 100% of the game, got all the trophies for it, and the game takes about 2 to 3 hours depending on how. I mean, you can probably speedrun through this if you knew where everything was, and probably about an hour to an hour and a half. Maybe an hour is kind of generous, but maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours if you're kind of looking around the 2 hour mark, and then if you're really exploring everything, you're probably gonna hit the 3 hour mark. And a lot of things in the game are pretty much you'll see along your way in terms of like what is happening in the story, but there might be some hints and detail that you'll experience by doing some extra research and kind of interacting with everything. So with this game,
the house was exactly like I remembered it.
You see that there are.
It's
kind of telling explain everything with the subtitles, kind of interacting with the whole map and the point of view of the playable character. So again, we don't know this right now. You're playing as Edith Finch.
The house made me
as you can tell from her dialogue and how she, it's a female, and she's making her way back to her family's house.
I was afraid of the house.
But you can tell the graphics look really good. Very detailed. I actually really like that. And then they have some of these like keyholes that you have to look through to get one of the trophies. You have to look through all these different keyholes, and you gotta wait for all the dialogue to be played out in order for the game to register that hey, you look through it. But it's definitely something that I think people should really experience for themselves. So let's just continue on and keep playing here.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
One thing I really like the voice actress on for Edith too. She talks slow, she enunciates, and she kind of, you know, sounds just like not upset, but just kind of like unsettled in the way that she was approaching everything. She's entering this kind of like mysterious house. It doesn't seem like she's been here for a long. She hasn't been in this house in a long, long time, and she's kind of getting reminiscent of everything that.
For the first time in years.
Here she goes. I open this door.
I felt like I was home.
So that's her, you know, kind of getting that whole rush of memories hitting her.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Yep. So here are some books we can kind of look at. Flavors of India, Flower Sea, Water. So a bunch of different cookbooks. Obviously they're in the kitchen area. But, and they really, really looks like they looks like some tuna or fish. Looks like tuna.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat,
You're
Molly.
able to interact and, you know, again, you really can't pick anything up unless it involves in terms of the story. Right, this is how the game proceeds throughout
like
the rest of the game. And this is the gameplay here. You're just kind of searching. And then all these doors have these little peepholes, which I won't go into of what they actually symbolize, because you'll experience that for yourself.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Let's go ahead and go up here.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
But this game is told this way, and then I don't think I want to tell you guys, but there are different, as you play this game without giving anything away. It tells a story. It tells a story within the story. So it's kind of like Inception, like, you know, in the mind of a mind of a mind. Like, that's how this game really is. So you don't play through the whole game as Edith Finch. You play as different characters, and you'll see that when you actually play the game. Again, it's free on PlayStation Plus right now for the month of May, and I really can't stress enough that, again, it's a 2-hour game, and you're really trying to, you know, and you have something like, you got some time to kill, and you want
My
to.
Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room.
You know, let's play a short game that might be like, hey, like I'm in the mood for this type of game. You know, definitely check it out. So the room.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't.
But yeah,
allowed
everything
inside
is.
of.
You can probably look at this and the weird, and this game is pretty much talks about a family curse, and you know, let's see, each character had its own room.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
So they sealed up all the rooms for all the different family members, which you'll see.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out,
grab this
my
key.
mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door.
And we are in the first room that the game really starts kicking off.
I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
And this is Molly's room. So, let's go ahead and see how many dips this game is worth. As always, got our dip, we got our carrots. So this game is 1, 2, 3, 4 dips. For me, this game is a 4 out of 5 dips. A lot of pros for it. I love the storytelling of the game. The world that's been created is beautiful. It's, for me, which is key, it's an original storytelling game. And it's something that after I finish the game, I'm kind of like, oh, let me do some more research. Let me go on the internet and see somebody talking about the game after, you finished it. Break it down, and a lot of stuff that they may say makes sense that you might have missed when you're playing through the game. Originality is key here, and you get to know the characters in a way that they don't actually talk to you. You live through their own stories, and you'll see that playing through the game. Again, it's free on PlayStation Plus. It's a free game. Maybe when it's not on sale, my problems with it is, one, replayability. You know what's going to happen. You can always, what I would suggest is search everything on your first playthrough. Don't really, if you really want to go in depth with it, after the first playthrough, you're going to know what's going to happen. And I don't think the replayability for it, for me, is something that I would look forward to. And also, what is a drawback from it is, at the same time when I said that, excuse me, that it might be, a quick game just to kind of spend a night, doing. It's only 2 hours long. Not a lot of value in terms of time versus money spent, and it's not a game that you can play for 8 to 10 hours and just play it over and over and over again. And it's not like there's like different dialogue choices you can make, different paths you can go. It's all pretty much on a linear route. What you can do is do more research and kind of like put some bits and pieces together, but it won't change the story. The story's gonna be the same thing over and over again. And for that, when I think of games that have replayability, the number one thing I can think of would be God of War. And even though God of War is a linear story, the moments can just be the way the story is crafted, and the player is driven through the game in that linear fashion. I can keep playing that game over and over, and that's what I'm talking about with replayability. You can have it on single player games, linear games, for sure, no doubt. When it comes to this game, it's just a game I don't want to see myself going back to a second time. So that's my review, my quick 10-minute impressions on the game. It's not a full-blown review. That's what this channel is about, and this series is about. 10-minute impressions, letting you know about the game, my personal experiences from playing the game. And in my opinion, it's worth 4 out of 5 dips. Thank you for watching. Worth a dip. See you guys next Sunday. Have a good day.